be okay for me to have a partner with a disability?
It would be okay for me to have a partner who has a disability, because I think they don't matter whether someone is disabled or, it would matter a lot if there is that love, the care, the commitment. I think that is what would matter, not a person with a disability.
Well, I'll also be okay with it, because we are all individuals and we're human beings, though we were just made different. Like how they say, disability is not inability.
For me, I think relationship and love, they're two things that move together, but on the other way around, when you look at individuals, everyone has a different character and everyone is not that perfect. So I think people with disabilities, there is no any way that you can say that, no, I just want a perfect person, because all people are not perfect. Everyone has disabilities.
Yes.
For me personally, I know I'm not good at time. I'm a slow person sometimes, but I try to fight it. Which I see like it is my disability.
Yeah.
I agree actually, because I think it's the most important part is being in sync, like being able to rhyme together.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter whether the person is impaired physically or emotional, because by the way there is psychological impairment as well.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't tend to consider that. They only think somebody who's maybe physically disabled is the one who is only disabled. But people are so disabled in different ways, so we just have to be able to complement each other, understand each other, and be able to work out through life.
For me, I believe when your pocket is dry, you have a disability. That's a very big disability. Because when you don't have money here, even though you're able, you not get a good wife, you not get a beautiful woman. So for me, I believe that as long as you have a disability and you're well off and your pocket is happy, then why don't you go for the person? For me, I better go for a person who has a disability and the pocket is happy.
It still gets us back to the care, the love, the commitment. It's all about that. It's not all about whether you're physically disabled, whether you don't have money, like she was saying. If your pocket is not, when she said if your pocket is not well,
you're disabled
and
yes.
Well, she rather goes with someone who is
have a disability, but
when the pocket is good. But then there is this scenario that you're not disabled, but you have money, and then you don't have love, you don't care, you're not committed. Would you still go for that same person?
Of course not.
So it still takes us back to the care, the love, that you appreciate this person the way she is, whether disabled or not disabled, but you appreciate the relationship the way it is.
I appreciate the song which says love doesn't ask why. Of course, I appreciate it. For example, on my side, we as people with albinism, the doctors always advise us not to marry each other, because the child you give birth to will have a weaker blood, the immune system will be down, and sometimes you have chances of having children with albinism, all of them. And secondly, I'm not limiting myself to to albinism, to other disabilities. We are looking at inclusion, how we can mainstream. If we, people with disabilities, we tend to marry each other, you know, that kind of stigma will be very high and will be like discriminated. So I say I want to get married to someone without disability so that the public gets aware. So it starts with us. Let us try to include ourselves. As long as we want inclusion, let us include ourselves. Inclusion doesn't stop on being included in government programs, on being included in school, even in marriage. So me, I would love to have a man who doesn't have a disability, who will understand me, who will even help me to advocate. Because, you know, when someone doesn't have a disability and he really loves you and he really understands you, it is another way of awareness, talking to other people, that what you think that maybe someone who has physical disability cannot cook or cannot perform in bed, it is not true, it is not right. She's even actually better than even a woman without a disability. When we talk about inclusion, we mean that.
Oh, friends, I want to marry a person without a disability. A lot has been said, but I will also say this. One, I want to become a role model, once again, to my fellow colleagues with a disability who think that, you know, it's all about us. Even marriage, you have to marry each other. Even eating, we have to eat alone as persons with disabilities. Even sleeping, we have to sleep alone. We have to be in our own village where there are no other persons but only persons with disabilities. I want to say no. We can marry, we can live with other people, hence inclusion. Inclusion doesn't mean classroom only. Inclusion actually means even marriage. But also too, I am a person with a visual impairment. If I married my colleague with a visual impairment, for example, the fact is it will be challenging for us to support each other at certain occasions. Well, friends, if I married a colleague in a wheelchair, I would need to support that colleague, my wife, to roll her in her wheelchair. But remember, I am a person with a visual impairment. That means we cannot easily support each other. Again, that does not mean that disability is inability. No. But the barriers, we have a number of barriers that can limit us. And therefore, I would not want to marry a person with a disability as well. Yet I also have a disability. But secondly, I also have a choice. It's like when, for me, I don't like tall ladies. I would want to marry a short lady. A lady shorter than I am. And that's also a choice. And therefore, it becomes my choice to say, I would prefer a lady without a disability. That's why others will tell you, I love a brown lady, I love a black lady, a dark lady. I love a tall one, I love a short one, I love a short one myself. A short and slightly fat girl. That's my choice. So, the fact is choice, and therefore, we need to be allowed to take on our choices, and I call upon the community at large to always give us a chance. Do not deny us the opportunity to marry persons without disabilities, because we are just like you. Disability should never be the limit to marriage.
Yeah.